Hello, it's me, Jess. Welcome to my channel. I'm here today with another channeled message. This is a specific message. It might resonate with you, it might not. Okay, so I heard the word menace, and it's making me wonder if some of you are dealing with some kind of menacing or harassing energy around you recently. I think for most of you, this would be online to do with your social media accounts. But for others of you, I feel like you moved away from home or you've spent an extended period of time away from home. And when you returned, there was somebody here from your past, could be a friend, family member, somebody here that was very menacing or very harassing to your energy. And I'm hearing thinly veiled. So this person may think that they have successfully veiled their. I feel like you felt this person was playing some kind of power games with you or nitpicking your energy and kind of trying to provoke you. And it has to do with a difference. It's something like, oh, well, you've been gone for 3 months and now you have a nose ring. And, but this person's, I don't know. It's like they're fixating on some kind of difference. And I do feel like this was triggered because I think this person, before they saw you in person, they looked up your social media or they had been following something you were doing on social media and it triggered them. And I don't think this person has the kind of relationship where they can tell you oh yeah, I look at your social media all the time, because you would find that weird because there is some kind of distance in the relationship you have to this person. They can't say that directly. So instead, this person is maybe mining for information by being a menace and by trying to provoke you in some way. But for most of you, like I said, I do think this is happening online because I feel like the divine did put it on someone's heart here recently from your past to look you up online and to see the person that you are now and the transformation that you have undergone, because you are standing in a really beautiful, very powerful stance. I'm hearing you're in sovereign territory. I think some of you have you've taken your power back in some regard, and there is a difference here. There's a difference between the person you are now and the person that they used to know you as, that spirit thinks is significant and wants this person to see. For some of you, you're very different now at this stage in your life than this person thought that you would be. And for some, it's because this person never really had the truth of you to begin with. But for some reason, that's very relevant here. And this spirit is wanting this person to see your energy because it's meant to inspire this person. And I think this person is inspired by you. They see you in a very high light. They see you standing in your strength. They see you maybe standing in your purpose. They find you to be very beautiful. They find you to be powerful and soft at the same time, very elegant. And again, you're different. I think your energy does stand out as different. And somehow this is meant to help this person. I think you're meant to show this person what is possible if they were to take on their own healing journey, similar to what it is that you've done. And that's the other reason Spirit has wanted this person to look you up, because Spirit also wants this person to get a glimpse of themselves in your mirror, because you are a very powerful mirror to this person for sure. Maybe some of you feel you have a divine connection to this person. At the very least, the divine is working through this connection. But I also hear this is part of your function here. Maybe it's always been, and people have always had very strong reactions to you and your energy, but this may be as a result of some kind of healing that you've done and transformation that you have done, where you just are this very strong mirror. And it doesn't have anything to do with what you say and what you do. Spirit wants me to just say that because it has to do with the energy that you carry, the stance that you have. Because I think sometimes when people have a strong reaction to you, some of you are like, well, what did I say or what did I do? And Spirit's like, well, it's nothing that you said or did. It's just you hold yourself in a very powerful way that's different. And it is meant to kind of induce a healing crisis in people. It's nothing that you should worry about. But anyways, I feel like Spirit brought this person to you in order for this person to have that kind of experience, to get a glimpse of themselves in your mirror, because there is an aspect of self that this person can see in your mirror that they can't really see anywhere else, or they can't see it as clear anywhere else. Now, is what this person sees of themselves in your mirror the entirety of who this person is? No. We're all nuanced, very complex people. But I feel like there's something about what this person, how they've behaved in your dynamic or who you are, and the difference that you make that is helpful, and it's healing for this person. But it's hard. It's hard for this person. I feel like whatever it is that they're seeing about themselves is very triggering. It's triggered an enormous amount of feeling. And I don't think this person does very well with feelings and their inner landscape. Like they experience feelings, but they don't like they don't they don't do a lot of inner reflection. They don't have a lot of healthy coping skills. I just heard this person say, I'm very strategic. And part of that strategy is keeping certain things or like aspects of me hidden. And I just heard the word hypocrisy because that's a way that they kind of cover up their hypocrisy. So they don't address their hypocrisy. I love to say that my definition of the spiritual journey is to unhypocrite yourself. That's really what it comes down to. That's the pragmatic definition of being a spiritual person. So this person, I don't care, they could sit in the pew every day. This person tries to cover up their hypocrisy. They don't try to deal with it head on. And I think you expose that. Something about your energy exposes that. I'm not laughing at this person. I'm just laughing at what it is to be a human because it's a wild experience, right? But I feel like this person has had a lot of feelings and they're not used to dealing in that space, but they see in you what it could do for them if they did deal in that space. But instead, I feel like maybe this person is lashing out, which is where we're getting this kind of menacing energy. And it is a coping mechanism, but it's not a healthy coping mechanism. So it's like this person takes action in the material world in order to lift the lid on their inner feeling experience. And I feel like this often gets this person in trouble. And that's why this person's kind of associated in my mind with devil energy, which is, taking the low-hanging fruit or, fulfilling a short-term need in the moment at the expense of some kind of long-term happiness. And you somehow represent this to them or you're mirroring this back. And it has to do with the destiny energy because like I said, I feel like you knew this person here from your past. And I feel like this person did something that put you at a distance. And instead of owning up to whatever that thing was, this person tried to hide it. And whatever it was, it exposed them as a hypocrite in some way. It exposed this other side to themselves. And I think for some of you, it exposed a connection that they had with a karmic energy. Take that how it resonates. If this is a romantic connection, then this was like a third party. I'm hearing friends with benefits specifically, like somebody that this person knew that they needed to cut off, but didn't. So they maybe had a short-term need in the moment and you knew about it and it put you at a distance. It sacrificed that long-term happiness energy. For others of you, this could have been a friend and they had some kind of association that you weren't comfortable with or that they told you they didn't have or something. Take that however it resonates, right? But this person, they did something that put you at a distance, and instead of owning up to it and apologizing and making the amends, this person instead tried to hide it. So again, I'm getting this they put you at a distance and you made the most of that time and space. You healed yourself and you dealt with your inner world and you took your power back. And you took your power back. You didn't take other people's power. So this was an entirely internal experience here for you, which is why you're so strong. And I think why you emerged from this process, healed, but also with friends or people that understand you or in a different place for some of you here as well. And that's triggering for this person because I feel like this person always felt a strong bond. I'm hearing you're special. You've always stood out to this person and they always felt a strong destiny energy around you. And that does have to do with some kind of connection in the past. Now, if this is family or platonic, then this person just sort of thought that you were always going to be around and you were always going to grow old together because you were family. And not only family, but you were family that were friends. And so this person just thought that you were always going to be around. But again, they did something here that put you at a distance. If this is a romantic connection, this person really thought that you were their person and that there was a destined pathway. And there may well have been, but again, this person did something to put you at a distance. And they don't understand that energy. They don't understand destiny energy and free will energy. And therefore, this person is feeling slighted. And I'm really hearing that. They're feeling slighted in regards to your energy because this destined energy, they feel like they lost out on something that was owed to them, promised to them. And that's where they misunderstand that energy. It's almost like they feel entitled to your energy. This person was waiting for their ships to come in with you. It's like they always thought that you were going to come back. And maybe you did come back, but they also expected or wanted you to come back in a certain way. And that way would mean that they didn't have to change and that they had some level of power and that they could keep whatever secret that they wanted to keep and potentially keep their connection here with this karmic. And so this person feels slighted because now the ball is in their court. They have to change. They have to look at themselves in this mirror, and this person didn't want to do that. And so they feel slighted. And this is kind of the start of this person's healing crisis and their healing journey, because Spirit is saying this person doesn't know how to navigate feeling space, right? So Spirit is saying there's a difference between feeling slighted and actually being slighted. Those are two different things. As my therapist likes to say, feelings are not facts. And she's not saying that feelings are invalid and they're useless and they're stupid and everyone should not pay attention to them. She's not saying that. She's saying feelings are data and they do tell us things. But sometimes we experience very strong feelings that are trying to tell us that we feel hurt and that we need to feel our feelings fully and process them. But once we kind of come down off of that energy, then we can figure out a way to address our hurt in a way that's healthy and it's not going to cause more problems, right? But this person has a feeling and they take that feeling as fact. So this person feels slighted and therefore they feel that your intention was to slight them. And I do think there's something personal. They're taking something very personal about your glow up or you taking your power back or you healing or you putting yourself at a distance. They're taking that as a personal slight. They feel like you've taken something away from them and that was your purpose. Instead of, unless you are going to take responsibility for this and make the amends that you put there and that you need to make, and you're going to reveal yourself as a hypocrite so that you can be held accountable. Because that's another thing that this person's afraid of. If they admit that they're a hypocrite, are they going to be held accountable? Now that energy is out there and you know about it and they're going to be expected to change. You know what I'm saying? It's like to be around you. This person almost doesn't even want to promise that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so yeah, this person is having to do the healing work and it's bringing out a lot of feelings. That's where, again, I feel like this menacing energy is coming up. And that's where this person's ego defense mechanisms are triggered, because it's like it's an ego death. It's challenging this person's false sense of self. And I'm not saying throw the baby out with the bathwater and everything about them is moot because this person did a bad thing. You know, like I'm sure this person does have many great qualities. That's their conscious image of themselves. But they also have been a betrayer and they've been strategic and they tried to hide certain things and they didn't come clean when they should have. And they were sneaking around in some way, or they did have an association that they told you they didn't have. That's a part of who this person is too. And it's challenging their ego's false identity. And I feel like this person needs to acknowledge that and they need to cry and they need to grieve that. They need to grieve the lost sense of self. Potentially some of these people need to grieve you and the fact that they did lose you, and in some kind of way, they did lose you. They need to go through their stages of grief. This person is very afraid of what's going to happen to them if they do admit that. They don't know what's going to happen to them. It's that ego death energy, you know, and it's hard to confront the ego at that first few stages, but then I can see that because you've gone through this experience yourself, that it's deeply empowering. Because you deal with yourself head on and you actually start to heal and you actually start to make the changes. This person hasn't gone over that hump yet. So all of it's like very terrifying and they're still in a very strategic energy and operating through power dynamics. And that's where this menacing energy comes through via their ego defense mechanisms. And I think this person's ego defense mechanism, for whatever reason, is regression. I think they've regressed. In that regression is like reverting to an earlier stage in development. So they're acting childish, I think. And it could be that they're taking shots at you in a weird way. For some of you, it's like they're in disguise online, taking shots at you, telling you that your hair looks stupid or that you have a tattoo or I don't know, something. They're trying to poke at something and they're only doing that because it's hidden, because there's something about this person's true identity being revealed that sort of takes the sting out of it, where you're like, Uncle Roy, you know, it's like, is that you? Why are you saying that? It reveals them as being small or as being pathetic or as being immature. And I don't think this person, again, they're very strategic in how they operate in the material world. And so I think they would present themselves as being very mature and something that would give them a stance of authority. They see you in a strong stance, genuinely, and they're viewing everything here through power dynamics. And so whereas you have taken your power back in a way that's healthy and mature, and this has to do with an internal experience, right? This person doesn't know how to do that yet. So when they think of, they are inspired by you. They're like, wow, that's so like strong and it's so, but then another part of them kicks in that's like, well, I don't know how to have a relationship not based on strategizing and hiding things and power games. So they don't know how to do that. So then they revert back to those power games, and where, remember I said you're a strong mirror? So I'm seeing you are like, you're a peaceful, calm, placid pond that's reflecting their image back, and they just want to throw rocks in it to kind of disturb it. Because if they can knock you and your stance, then maybe you're wrong about what you're reflecting back to them. And that's their way of trying to lift the lid on their internal feeling experience instead of gaining a coping mechanism, a single one that is healthy and mature. That's this person's first step, because they're trying to cope with it, but again, it's in this very childish sort of way. And the presence of an ego defense mechanism here means their ego is activated and their sense of self is being challenged. But that's the first step in their healing journey. So you have already gone through this experience, and this person, you still represent destiny energy and hope energy and healing energy. It's just in a different way. You're kind of lighting the way and saying, pick up your cross and follow me. Honestly, that's what you're saying. Like, I've picked up my cross. I've dealt with my shit. And that's what's responsible for my transformation. And for this person to be in that Two of Cups relationship, they have to get called up. They have to transform. Otherwise, they're stuck with whatever this karmic energy is, you know? So Spirit's trying to help this person, but also some of these people have crossed a line with you with this, like they have made you feel very threatened in a way that this person is not taking accountability for, because this person is not in 4th grade. This person is like an adult. And so when you feel this menacing energy, it's like adults have access to bank accounts and Second Amendment devices. And so this energy around you, it needs to be taken much more seriously. It's not a 4th grader on a playground with 2 recess aides and a teacher in the classroom. That's not what's going on here. It's weird when somebody's like fixating on you and moving around you. You don't know where that's going to end up. So this person needs to stop doing that. And Spirit's trying to tell this person that they're flirting with a line that Spirit's not going to tolerate, because you don't have to put up with this person's nonsense. You're there as a healthy mirror. Also, Spirit is keeping you at a distance because this person may want to take shots at you because they take your transformation as some kind of personal slight. But this Spirit does not want you to receive the message that you healing and putting yourself at a distance and transforming is, you didn't do anything wrong. This person feels hurt by that decision, but it's only because they can't look at themselves and see the role that they played in putting you there, and that they could have done something to heal the situation if they had only taken accountability and been transparent about whatever it was that they did that they did. You know, this person can't look at that energy. And until they do, you're going to stay at a distance. And this person can blame you and they can blame the divine all they want, but they know it's not true. This person at this point, I feel like they know it's not true. So anyways, that's what I have for you. If that resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys.